Hello, this is my first tutorial video about Tomb Raider 2 glitch speedrun. We're gonna talk about the first level, which is Great Wall, and some basic stuff before that. First of all, I want to talk about my inputs. SL and SR are side step left and side step right. Act is action, and the rest is pretty obvious. And 1 to 0 keys are hotkeys for meds, weapon, and flare. So let's talk about basic stuff first. And the most basic stuff is the fastest way to move in the game. Fastest way to move in the game is running jump, like this. This is pretty simple, so it's pretty nice. Every time you do a running jump instead of running, you save 1 second at least. So this is pretty important because you do that all the way to the run and you save a ton of time doing this. If you do standing jump like this, it won't save a lot of time comparing to runs, so it's only useful in some place. So, second important thing is flare cancel. So what is flare cancel? First, I want to show you that if you fall from a high spot here, like this, Lara have a stumble animation you can see, which lasts for 2 seconds. But if you draw a flare before, and you do the drop and press flare again to get rid of the flare, you see that it cancels the stumble animation. So by using a flare, I save 2 seconds. That's what a flare cancel is. So every time you use a flare like this, you save kinda 2 seconds. And knowing that a flare pack is 6 flare, you can potentially save 12 seconds per flare pack. So that's pretty big actually. Also the other thing is grab cancel or swing cancel depending of people. So when you grab like this, for example, Lara have an animation which can be faster than this or slower depending of what you grab. But you can cancel this animation and climb directly. I'm gonna show you how. If you grab and immediately repress grab like this, it's cancel the animation. You can do it like this. So you can save a bit of time doing that every time you climb something. It's not too big, but it's really nice to do because it makes a difference because you climb a lot of things. And last thing I want to talk about is drawing weapons. If you have been following Tomb Raider speedruns, you can see that some people draw weapons really randomly, it looks like, but it's not random. I'm going to show you. So there's 2 reasons when we draw pistols. One is the camera. If you pull the lever, for example, you see that the camera changes here. So here it's not really important because you can see Lara, but if you do it at some other place, the camera won't be showing Lara, and that will be annoying for you to move. But if you draw a weapon like this, the camera won't change. So that can be really important. So every time the camera changes, if you draw pistols, the camera will come back to Lara. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, when you have your guns, you turn faster. So for example, if you do this, it's faster than if you do this without doing it with pistols. I'm going to show you better that pistol is faster. For example, if you turn here, you can see it's a bit slow when she starts. But if you have guns, she automatically turns at the fastest speed possible. So it's faster turning with pistols. So that's the 4 things that are really basic or important for Tomb Raider speedrun. Once you know that, you have a lot of things that get really faster. That's the best way to save time in this game, is to apply those 4 things first. So right now we're gonna talk about Great Wall, which is the first level of the game. So what you're going to do is you're going to press immediately forward to jump to fall on the slope and save a bit of time because if you don't press forward, you will lose a bit of time because Lara won't move forward immediately because she will be falling in the air. So let's do it like this. And we jump 2 times. And we go here to do the first glitch again. So what you want to do is you want to go there. And to go there, what you're going to do is going to sidestep here until we can't do anything. We're going to turn. It's like this, roughly 45 degrees. And you're going to jump. And what's happening is Lara is entering into the corner. That's called a corner glitch. And if you do 2 times, she will start being here, which is called a flicker. And if you want to go out of the flicker, you press grab. And she will automatically fall. And that's what we want to do. We want to turn left and press forward at the right time to glitch up like this. I'm going to redo it and show you some things. So, do that. If you have a wrong angle like this, for example, she won't enter. So it's really important that your angle is close to 45 degrees. So you jump 2 times, you grab, and you turn. It's important that you don't press forward too early, because if you do, I'm going to show you what will happen. If you do, that's what's going to happen. Because Lara will face the wrong way, sliding down the slope she's glitching. So you have to be careful about turning and pressing forward a bit late. Second thing is, when you jump and you press forward after jumping, Lara will move slightly more forward than when you just press jump. And we can use that. If we do that here, you can glitch doing only 1 jump instead of 2. So that's faster. And then you redo this and do this. Alright, next glitch immediately after this one is a ledge bug. I'm going to show you what it is. It's this. So what happened here? What happened is Lara, I pressed grab and forward. Right when Lara met the slope and the wall. And what's happening is when you do that, she will climb up. When it's not supposed to happen, because if you do it too early, she will fall off because she's on the slope. But because you do it at the very right frame, this is kind of frame perfect jump. What's happening is she will climb up like this. So because it's pretty hard for beginners, and this is a timing stuff, what you're going to do is you're going to show you the setup. So the setup is pretty easy. You jump here, slide on, you roll, walk forward once, and what you're going to do is you're going to do jump twist and press grab like this. So to do a jump twist, you just jump backwards and press roll. So you walk forward here, you do jump twist, then you press action plus forward. Pretty easy. If you want to do it without the setup, you need to practice. So what you're going to do is you're going to save and do the next jump, which is much harder than it seems. So what you want to do is you want to do this jump. It seems really easy, but if you want to do it without stopping like this, it's kind of tricky. So what you want to do is you want to aim this spot. You want to aim this spot. You don't want to be against the wall like this, because if you do, what's going to happen is you will be too close to the wall and she won't make it like this. Alright? She can make it, but it's much harder to do it. If you are close to the wall but not against it, it will actually work every time. So that's the jump you want to do. And if you find this jump too difficult, of course, you can just climb normally. It's a pretty tough jump when you start, so don't try to force it at first. So then we want to drop here, nothing special. And what we want to do is we want to do a cancel animation. So we go into water, and what's going to happen is you could do that, but you can see that she has an animation when she get out of the water. And we can cancel that animation going forward at the right time like this. Like this. You see there wasn't any animation. So it saved a bit of time. So what you want to go then, we want to go here and jump here, and we want to reach that lever. Here I did a grab cancel, so I can save a bit of time. Then you pull the lever, and you can save because the net jump is actually pretty hard. So here you can see that I could have stopped the animation, the camera, using my guns. So what you do is you turn here, you go there. What you do is you draw your pistol here because there is going to be a camera if you don't, and you want to do this jump. So here I messed it up a bit, but that's what you want to do. So let's do it. I'm going to show you what it looks like first. Oops. So it's this jump. So to do this jump, what you need is practice and a strong jump sequence. I usually try to jump here from this spot with this angle, and it usually works. And if I'm a bit more to the left or to the right, I try to adjust in the air. So you just want to do a twist jump and trying to aim the spots where the rocks meets the ledge here. You want to aim this spot. And if you do it right and you press forward plus left, she will automatically face the hole here. And I'm going to show you what happens if you do it wrong. If you are too much to the left, for example, like this, you won't be able to go in the wall and you have to do extra swimming like this, which isn't really pretty, and lose about 3 or 4 seconds. Or what you can do beside that jump, you can also do this, which is safer, but it's a bit slower. You just want to go here, and then go to the hole. It's a bit slower, but it's much easier. Also, this jump is dangerous, because if you try to get it perfectly, that can happen. For example. So you have to be careful about it. This jump is pretty tricky too when you start, so if you want to skip it, you can. This is actually pretty fast doing the slow way. This is still pretty fast, I mean, maybe 4 or 5 seconds, which is not too bad. I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna show you another glitch. So you can grab a key, and when you grab a key, if you press the flare button like I did, Laura draw a flare. But what's happening is, for example, I draw a flare here, but I still have 2. And it means that the flare I just did was a glitch flare, and it was a free flare. It doesn't count as an inventory flare. So this is pretty easy. You just have to grab, and when it's the animation, you press the flare key. It's really permissive, so you really should be able to do it. And then you want to go out, you want to jump here. So depending on your jump sequence, you can do whatever you want. And you want to use the key, of course. And you're going to save here because there's 3 ways of doing the next room. So I'm going to show you the easiest way first. So the easiest way is to go to the stair here and jump here and get to the key. So this is the easiest way. Then there is another way which requires only 3 jumps. So you can go here and you go here, oh, if I can. And what you're supposed to do is you go here and you do this. Here it didn't work, but that's what's supposed to happen. And then there is a glitch way that you're gonna use. So what you want to go is you want to go here. So I'm gonna kill the animal first. show you precisely. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to position here. You want Lara to be positioned here. I take a reference, a right foot, which would be really close to the wall. What you want to do is you want to turn 35 degrees, you want to jump forward and press grab. And that will happen. And that will embed Lara in a wall. And then you immediately press forward and she will glitch up. And if you do it with a flare, you can cancel the stumble animation when you drop down. But the fact is, this is a pretty hard glitch because you have to do it fast. Because there is animals everywhere coming to you. So I don't recommend this glitch if you really just start speedrunning. It's an advanced glitch, so really one of the two glitchless ways is the best for me. And when you go down, there is two ways of going down. One, if you get the free flare but you don't use it, you can just drop down like this and use flare cancel to go to the keyhole. And if you don't have flare, what you can do is go diagonally here, roll, and roll again, and you cancel the stumble here by rolling here. If you roll while you're on the ledge or close to a ledge, she won't have a stumble animation like this. But you go to keyhole, and then I'm gonna save quickly, show you what happened if you jump too early with this part. If you jump too early, that's what will happen. And you don't want that. So you want to count 3 steps before jumping. Like 1, 2, 3, jump 1, 2, 3, and you jump again, and you jump to this make back, and this shotgun ammo that you're gonna really need later in the game to do a glitch, a weapon glitch. And then what you're gonna do is gonna do another trick, which is this. So this is pretty simple. What's happening is you want to be in the corner here, and you want to be about 45 degrees here. And if you are 45 degrees, you jump forward, and you kind of cross the wall. That's called a crack bug, and it's pretty easy. But you have to be careful, because if your angle is not close to 45 degrees, it's pretty permissive. But if you're really not close, you will rip a run by getting void. Void means that your Lara is kind of stuck into the wall of a level. That's what's happening basically. And this is really hard to get out of the void. So be careful about that. So my tip is, if there is enemies, if there is enemies here that can block you, you step back, you wait until there is no enemies anymore, and then, oh wait, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, and you wait until there is no animals, and you do the 45 degree stuff. So you go there, you do the crack bug, and you want to jump here. And then you jump here, and then you try to jump on the very end of the ledge here. And then you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, you stop, and you jump pressing forward, and you will directly go there. So here, I don't know why it didn't happen. Maybe because I jumped a bit early. I don't know. Maybe. Surely, actually. And I didn't have enough health to survive. But if you do it here, it should be okay. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go forward. And you are here. This is really important to do this sequence for the single reason that if you don't do it correctly, you will be hit a lot by the disc, and it will be much slower. Not that much, but it will be slower. Okay, so then you can do a sequence, you do a standing jump, and then you just keep running jump until this point. There's a boulder behind you, so you want to be really fast. And then you have free way of getting out of the next room, so you can wait until the stumble stop and go there. Oops, that was pretty bad. So you stumble, you wait, you go into the wall here, and keep going. You can roll and do this. This is pretty simple to do. This is the most simple to do actually. You just press forward, and once you're starting the animation you press right and jump after. Or you can do this, which is a bit harder to do. It's faster, but it's really harder to do when you start. So this is really your choice. You see, this is a bit harder. For beginners, I really advise you to do this one. And then what you want to do is you want to do a sequence. So the sequence is you jump here, and you keep trying to jump. And you draw a flare because you're going to need it. Once, what you do is, at this jump, when you jump over the last collapsing floor, what you do is you want to count 1, 2, 3 and jump. And then you want to do this. So, what's happening is, back twist, you grab, you roll, you go here, press forward when you can, right when the collapsing floor is starting to collapse, you grab to avoid the stumble against the wall, and you press flare to do a flare cancel. One last time, before I show the advanced technique. So like this. And there is another technique. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, you jump here. And you do a late grab and you keep going. And you do this. And then you see that I was much faster. I was 1 second faster than the old method. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You grab at the very late you can, you roll, you turn, and you do the flare cancel. So I'm going to save here. So what you want to do then is you want to jump, and you don't want to jump too early the second time because that's going to happen. And you don't want that too. You want to wait until you want to count 3 steps after the first jump. 1, 2, 3, and jump again. And what's going to happen is going to try to jump right on the ledge here, so we can directly go there. So what you're going to do is you want to running jump from this spot. You generally use my visual point is the dark texture under Lara's right foot, sorry. That's how it will look like. That's what it looks like, the best sequence. If you don't feel like it, because you can obviously fall, you can just do this, running jump, and press the walk button to not fall, and then grab the thing. If you press walk and forward, you will never fall from a ledge. And then you go until the end of the level, like this, just running jump, pretty simple. Be careful about the tiger, of course, and that's it. So, of course, the in-game time is accurate, because I did a lot of stuff. And that's what Great Wall looks like. I'm gonna do level per level videos, because I find it better to prepare and to explain. I can enter into more details. And the video is still already really long, so I'm gonna stop right here. Thanks for watching, and I hope that will help a couple of people, and see you next time.